How's it going, my people? This your boy Wired Up, and welcome to another video. Okay, guys, so I'm out here smoking a ciggy. You're about to probably hear like a helicopter outside. So I'm right in the front smoking a cigarette. So, thanks to the Wired Up team. Big shout out to Todd Whithour and Rosie Cermeno, and of course the whole Wired Up TV team. Also, Joe Gracia, Jose, everybody. Now, big mystery. People have been asking us, Wired Up, who was Tupac really talking about? In the song, God Bless the Dead. Let's type that in. Who was Pac talking about in song God Bless the Dead? God bless America. Who was Biggie Smallz, aka Big Drake? Okay. And we come with this. Majesty, a member of Live Squad, would also go on to clarify a mystery around one of Tupac's most renowned songs, God Bless the Dead. Part of the lyrics appears to be dedicated to the Notorious Big, even though the great artist still alive at the time. This certainly caused a massive outcry throughout the hip-hop world. But Walker once more tried to shed some light on the actual intentions of Tupac. Majestic spoke about the lyrics being dedicated to a person with the nickname Biggie Smallz, but it had nothing to do with the famous Christopher Wallace. The lyric was intended to honor the memory of Big Drake, who was a close friend of Tupac and the Live Squad. As Majestic recalls, Drake had nothing to do with the musical world and would never rap. Rather than that, he was a graffiti artist who had a fantastic bond with Pac from the start, which fueled the sentiment in the soul of the fallen great. So there's Biggie Smallz. Right there. He's right there with Tupac. You see Tupac right there. Okay. Now, you're asking, okay, Wired Up, so what's the confusion? I'm about to show you. This is also Biggie Smallz, little white kid, or I guess he's half Hispanic, that was a rapper in the early 90s. That goes by the name Biggie Smallz. A lot of people say, and they believe this, but we're here to clarify this, that this is the real person Pac shouted out. It always struck me weird, like, okay, Pac, especially in 94, 93-ish, 94, was really into his people before he went to prison, guys. After he got out, he was a little bit more open-minded with Hispanics and all that stuff, and the white people. Well, mainly to the Hispanics. He was still kind of offy with the white people. But it shocked me crazy. Why would he shout out a little kid, first of all, that was a white kid? Like a corny rapper, right? And he's saying he was dead. Well, people were like, I'm like, was this kid dead? People are like, yeah. So this is why they believe that, guys. Let's see if I can find it here real quick. That's why everyone thought this. Okay, so this kid right here that I just showed you, his real name is Tim Bigelow, underground white Latino rapper from the West Coast who started recording music in 91 as Biggie Smallz after winning his lawsuits against the Notorious Big over the uses of the name. So this is why people get confused. The Notorious Big, if you guys know, he came out first as Biggie Smallz on Party and Bullshit. And this is why people probably thought Pac was shouting him out, because this kid actually sued Biggie for the name and won the lawsuit. So Biggie had to drop the name, and Biggie says this himself in some interviews. And I think one of those, and I think he even said it in a Netflix movie that's out. Biggie, I got a story to tell. Just 2 minutes for me. Okay, I already read this. So okay, this is again right here. I want you guys, that circled object, see that Tim Bigelow, the guy that sued Pac for the name, also used Shadowcast and Shadow as other aliases, right? Okay, now this is an article printed on April 5th, 2021. It's all recent. People still think this, okay? So that is true. This guy sued Biggie for the name, the little white rapper guy. But this is untrue. Now read what it says. It says, regardless of Wallace changing his name, his popularity in the world of rap had already skyrocketed, meaning that everyone would refer to him as Biggie Smallz, even though Biggie Smallz managed to ride off the wave caused by the Big's album Ready to Die, released in '94. His popularity never grew exponentially, and he never managed to really gain any meaningful fame. Smallz would remain with just those 3 songs to his name: Save Mr. Perkins, Cruising, and Nobody Rides for Free. Okay, there he is right there. You see his mouth open. Now this is BS in the article. Biggie Smallz, the little white rapper guy, was murdered in '94 outside of a liquor store, and he left behind only a handful of tracks that's been released and available to the public. Being close to Tupac, the legendary rapper decided to give Biggie a shout out in his song God Bless the Dead, which was recorded in 1994 but released after Pac's death. That is bullshit. They're getting this guy confused. Remember, the big jerk, Biggie Smallz, was never a rapper. Okay? Never. So they're saying Biggie Smallz was murdered in '94. They're getting him confused with Big D, Big Drake. Okay? With this guy right there. Right? Look what it says. Biggie Smallz, aka Big Drake from Tupac, God Bless the Dead. He was murdered outside a liquor store. Okay? That's who was murdered. Right? So people are tripping out. They go, well, look at this article, man. Look what the article's saying. He was murdered in '94. Why is he right here known as DJ Shadow? Remember what I told you. Remember his aliases when he was a kid was Biggie Smallz, and his variations, which means his other aliases, are Shadowcast and Shadow, or DJ Shadow, right? Why is he still alive right here? People are like, he faked his death and all this. Our minds were blown too. You could ask Todd and Rosen and everybody. Our minds were blown. We're like, wait a minute. Is this something deeper than we previously thought? Does he have something to do with Pac? You know, when people think Pac faked his death and all this stuff. Whoa! It blew our minds. But just misprinted documents. DJ Shadow, Tim Bigelow, is still alive. He's going by DJ Shadow. Okay? He's still alive, guys. Okay? Just to let you know, Todd reached out to, I believe it's Majestic, but I could be wrong. But anyways, it says, no, that's Big D, the impossible. Big Drake, aka Biggie Smallz, was my guy from the streets that Pac grew fond of. And when he died in '94, he dedicated the song to him. So see, he's confirming his friend that Big Drake, aka Biggie Smallz, died in 1994. He was shot outside a liquor store. Okay? And that's confirmed, y'all. Okay? So that puts a thing to that. So now let's put Shadowcast rapper. And look right here. There's Tim Bigelow. And right next to him is this video right here.
I was seeing it. Also,
so he is talking about his music, guys. This is Tim Bigelow, right, all grown up.
More than anything,
DJ
it was just
Shadow,
about
Shadowcast.
reflecting honestly
right?
my,
I think
my
he
musical
collabed.
taste. At the same.
Here, let me pause this. He collabed with that guy from Oakland, E40. Do your research on him. He collabed with E40. So when you read this other BS article here, right here, look what it says. It says the reason why Biggie Smallz became the Notorious Big. The name Biggie Smallz came from a 1975 movie called Let's Do It Again. In it, Biggie Smallz, played by Calvin Lockhart, was the leader of the gang. It wasn't long before Lockhart sued, and Biggie was forced to change his official name to Notorious B.I.G. So right here it says the actor in the movie, Calvin Lockhart, sued Biggie. This is another typo. No. Okay, Tim Bigelow got the name from this movie. And Tim Bigelow, that little kid rapper, right, known as Biggie Smallz, sued Biggie. Okay? These are just articles getting everything mixed up. Okay, so let's see. Tim Bigelow, where Biggie Smallz' name came from. I seen it I seen it earlier. When considered the greatest rapper, the same name. Let me see. Let's see. Little is known about him, but Yahoo notes that he was referred to as a white Latino and he had been using the name since 1991. See, Tim Bigelow is an LA-based rapper who worked under the name Biggie Smallz. Although Christopher often referred to himself as Biggie Smallz, he essentially couldn't take the name he adopted due to it already being taken by another artist. Therefore, the Notorious Big became his official name as a music artist ahead of the Ready to Die release. As for Biggie, he didn't release that many songs to the public, but the ones that he did unveil, including Say Mr. Perkins, Cruising and Nobody Rides for Free. Okay, and there's the video. If you're wondering, Notorious assigned the Biggie moniker, he decided to name himself after... Okay, here we go. Biggie Smallz on Biggie. If you're wondering how Notorious assigned the Biggie moniker, he decided to name himself after a character from the 1975 movie Let's Do It Again, starring Sidney Poitier. In it, the character of Biggie Smallz is played by Calvin Lockhart. Christopher introduced himself as Biggie Smallz on his demo tape. Oh, okay. So, okay. Oh. Christopher introduced himself as Biggie Smallz on his demo tape for Uptown Records, and his past interviews prove he wasn't happy with having to surrender the name to the performer. When Fun Flex asked him about his name in 1994, he said, on the cover it will say the Notorious Big because some lame little 14-year-old cruising calling himself Biggie Smallz. He don't know the true meaning, but it's all good. We're trying to make some paper. Okay, so I was mistaken. The Notorious B.I.G. got his name from the movie. Okay, I retract that. A couple of seconds ago I said Tim Bigelow got his name from the movie. No, the Notorious B.I.G. Christopher Wallace got his name from a movie called Let's Do It Again, starring Sidney Poitier. In it, the character of Biggie Smallz is played by Calvin Lockhart. Christopher introduced himself as Biggie Smallz on his demo tape for Uptown Records, and as past interviews prove, he wasn't happy with having to surrender the name to another performer. Okay, so Funflex interviewed him about his name in 1994. He said on the cover, it will say the Notorious Big because some lame little 14-year-old cruising calling himself Biggie Smallz. He don't know the true meaning, but it's all good. We're trying to make paper. So Biggie got the name, the Notorious B.I.G. Christopher Wallace got his name from the movie. So this guy, I don't know where this guy got it, but we're trying to interview him, guys. But yeah, we just want to let you guys know and put you guys, let you guys know, give you guys the game. Big Drick, you know what I mean, was the one that passed in 94 in front of the liquor. This guy, Tim Bigelow, the white rapper cruising, he's still alive. And that's all, guys. Thank you so much. Stay wired up. And I love you guys. Keep your eyes on the road, hands on the steering wheel. Peace out, guys.